Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, my friends. Welcome and welcome back. I hope you're well. So this morning, I wanted to share with you some of my writing that I've done from my Natalie Goldberg deck that I've been reading cards from daily when I can remember. And the last couple days, no, I didn't write on yesterday's card. I wrote on cards 3 and 4, I think. No, maybe I did write on yesterday's card. No, yeah, I did. I wrote on cards 4 and 5, naming 30 silent things, and then card 5 was writing about 4 moments of silence, but I only got to 1. So let's get into it with the 30 silent things first. This was a bit harder than I expected it to be. Like, even though like everything is silent, I kind of didn't want to get stuck just like writing about all the same sorts of things. I wanted to vary it up a bit. So, with that being said, let's get into it. Toenails growing, rose blossoms blooming, concrete baking in the sun, hair growing, skin cells dying and sloughing off, eggs nestled comfortably in their curtain, pickles floating gently in their brine, the sun beaming through flower petals, the blue resting upon the sky, old paint peeling, cancer spreading, my folded t-shirts rolled up neatly in their drawer, my dog's shed fur woven permanently into the carpet fibers, bales of hay lounging languidly in their fields, my bottle of water perched upon my headboard, mushrooms hungrily composting and devouring the dead on the forest floor, all the tools stored in my shed, my hair confined to 2 braids trailing down my back, chlorophyll turning the sun's light into sugar and beige things green. What alchemy! Taste buds encountering ghost peppers, though the flavor may feel loud. A boulder reclined on a hill. The collaboration of bacteria, slime mold, and fungus to manufacture lichen. Moss growing in the shaded angles of a set of stairs. The band of silver encircling my wrist. My paintbrushes waiting patiently upon my desk. My grandmother's teacups displayed proudly in their cabinet. The hammock frame forlorn and empty in a corner of the patio. The bird feeders I stopped filling because they were attracting rats. My fuchsia stuffed wing back chair poised in front of my computer. The persistent invasion of Himalayan blackberries. That was 30 silent things, which was pretty fun to write once I got into it. I do recommend it. It's it's a good way to see the everyday things around you in a different light, perhaps. All right, so in the 4 times of silence, I started writing on one, and it just like led me down this whole memory, which is pretty fun. So I will share that with you. The time of silence that popped into my mind was when one of the higher ups at work asked why heat was blowing out of the vent on a hot day. I remained silent on the fact that I'd turned it up due to the air conditioning being frigid. It reminded me of the time when I was about 6 that I'd seen my parents fiddle with this dial on the wall numerous times, but nothing visible would happen. They never said anything about it. It almost seemed like absent-minded but deliberate. And for some reason, rather than ask about this, I crept down to the family room where this dial lived. Before my parents woke up one morning. I was an early riser. I've been an early riser most of my life, and I didn't wake my parents up when I was a kid. Like I was asked to like stay in my room and play until they got up. But this morning I did not stay in my room. I went down to the dial on the wall, the mysterious dial, and turned it. Nothing seemed to be happening still, so I really turned it. Still nothing happened. I shrugged and moved on with my day. I kind of forgot about it until I can't remember if it was that day or a day later. My parents came to me together and asked if I'd touched the thermostat. I'd never heard that word before. I had no idea what a thermostat was, and I was like, no. They're like, really? And I'm like, no? What's a thermostat? They're like, oh, well, it's that dial on the wall. And it's like, oh. But, like, since nothing happened, I didn't think there was any evidence of my tampering with it. So I very confidently said, no, didn't touch it. My parents looked at each other for a long beat and were like, well, neither of us touched it. And we have no reason to lie to each other. The only person left in the house is you. Shit. Double shit. And yes, I did know that word when I was 6. I made it my mission. As soon as I knew there were swear words, I made it my mission to learn them all and learn their definitions. I don't remember exactly what I thought that dial was doing, but since there was no discernible effect in my immediate surroundings, I thought it must be affecting something distant and mysterious. It was quite disappointing to learn that it was the heat controller and that heat is expensive. How very unmagical and mundane. Though now I do think electric heat is quite magical, and I would not enjoy living without it in this climate. I was cracking up while I was writing this, like remembering my like deep curiosity about what my parents were doing, but not asking them, choosing to investigate it myself. And then so confidently lying about it. Ah. And I was kind of mad that like they believed each other over me, like In my child logic, I was like, what do you mean you don't have reason to lie to each other? You don't know that. Uh, so, anyway, that was really fun. I highly recommend these writing topics. It's really opening up this whole area of my brain that I think I'd forgotten about. I think I used to be more in touch with it. But yeah, it's cool. It's good. So that's that. In other news, I did look up meetup.org, which used to be meetup.org, and I discovered why I had not stuck with it a year ago or whatever the last time was that I decided to look into it. Because it's not a .org anymore. It's a .com, and I think it has been for years, but I keep forgetting. And it is definitely for profit. Now it's $9.99 a week. And I realize that that does not sound like a ton of money, but for me, it is a lot of money currently. So, no. And I also don't like this like monetizing community paradigm that like the HiKi app and the Meetup app have going. I mean, I get monetizing it to a point. You do have to like support like having moderators and web developers and like I don't know what all is involved in it, but it seems like too for profit for me. I don't know. Have tiers or something so that people with lower income also have access to community. I personally kind of want to get into this now that I've seen that like it's so difficult. Um, I don't know how I'm going to do that. I think I might try having lives where I just talk about how difficult it is to meet people and to find good free communities um, and see where that goes. I think I'm also going to like look around in real life. I think I heard recently that libraries often have like community events, and I do have a community center near me. I know last time I looked at like their events, nothing interests me, or the things that did interest me were occurring during my work hours. But I'll look again. Um, yeah, it's tough out there, guys. What do you do to find your people? I'm curious if you found anything reliable that helps you meet like minded people, either in real life or online. I think that would help a bunch of us if you have any tips for that. So I appreciate it in advance. And I think that is everything for today. Oh, let me not forget to pull another card for today. We are on to day 6 or card 6. Ooh, short and sweet. Tell me about yesterday. This is a good one. Flat out, what was yesterday like? If it's Monday, tell me about Sunday. If Thursday, Wednesday. And it is Thursday for me. We can quickly get metaphorical. All those yesterdays. Forget that. Stay with the exact yesterday of today. The well will be richer, more direct. Can't remember yesterday? Get the hand moving and you'll get there. Another good one. Give me your morning. The one that just happened. If your mind flops over 2 days ago, it's okay. Let the hand do its thing. Follow the mind and get out of the way and let the writing do the writing. So that is card 6 of Natalie Goldberg's deck. as always, I will have a link, my affiliate link, where I get 10% through bookshop.org if you order through that link. And with that, may you be happy, may you be healthy, may you be wealthy, may you feel at ease, and may you accept yourself and your emotions exactly as you are and your emotions are at this very moment. Thank you. I love you so much. Bye-bye.